So hello, this is Jerry Cordoba. Today I will discuss to you what is all about robotics. So robotics, word robot was coined by Kazakh novelist Karel Capek. So as you see in the picture, Karel Capek in a 1920 play title assumes Universal Robots. So in Rasum's a play title assumes Universal Robots, there Karel Capek was was coined by a word robot. So robot in Kazakh is a word for worker or servant. So it is like a worker or a servant. Well, it is a system that contains sensors, control systems, manipulators, power supplies, and software all working together to perform a task. So that's it. So that's it. The robot, what it is all about. So we continue. Designing, building, robotics is a designing, building, programming, testing robots. It's a combination of physics, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. So it is contained of a combination of physics, mechanical, so actions, electrical, so electricity, structural, so what is the form of the robot, mathematics and computing, so like a computer. Okay. In some cases, biology, medicine, chemistry might also be involved. Study of robotics means that students are actively engaged with all of these disciplines in a deeply problem-posing, problem-solving environment. So we'll continue. Continuation of that introduction. A standard definition of a robot is that a robot is a mechanical or virtual agent, usually an mechanical machine guided by a computer program or electronic circuitry. Man has to define robots in many different ways. Another definition from 1933, according to standard EN 775, defines the robot as automatically controlled or reprogrammable multi-purpose processing device which has several degrees of freedom, which may be either stationary or mounted to be movable, so it will move, for the use in industrial automation system. Let's proceed. But what exactly is a robot? As strange as it might seem, there really is no standard definition for a robot. However, there are some essential characteristics that a robot must have, and this might help you to decide what is and what is not a robot. It will also help you to decide what features you will need to build into a machine before it can count as a robot. So here you can learn what is exactly a robot or what is not exactly a robot. So let's proceed. So there are types of robotics. Other are legged robot or that can walk. Another one is wheeled robot. So there's a wheel like as you see in the screen. So let's proceed. A robot has these essential characteristics. Sensing. First of all, your robot would have to be able to sense its surroundings. It would do this in ways that are not unsimilar to the way that you sense your surroundings. So most of the robots, they have sensor like gadget. Okay. Movement. Another one essential characteristic of robot is movement. A robot needs to be able to move around its environment, whether rolling on wheels, walking on legs, or propelling by thrust, or a robot needs to be able to move. So movement will walk, like as it said, and walk. I roll or walk. So let's proceed. So energy. A robot needs to be able to power itself. So it needs power. It really needs power, electricity like that. The way your robot gets its energy will depend on what your robot needs to do. So let's continue. Intelligence. A robot needs some kind of smarts. This is where programming enters the pictures. So it really do need programming. The robot will have to have some way to receive the program so that it knows what is to do. Yes. So the robot itself has a program itself that it can do work what you want to do to the robot. So here is the advantage and disadvantage of the robot. Advantages. The robots can perform the task faster than the humans and much more consistently and accurately. So it said that perform tasks faster than humans. So it's true because they are programmed to be like that they do like that and they do like this and more consistent and accurately. Why? Because it must have a computation, right? They're reprogrammed for that work. Another advantages, the robots can go to planets. They can be used to explore the space, so they can spy on the people in ways that people can't move, and from views the humans can't reach. So as we know that robots can go to other planet like the moon. They visit to the moon. So another advantages, most of robots are automatic, so they can move without any human interference. They can entertain us and they can help us in certain tasks. We can send them to dangerous environments such as the deep sea or the war zone. So most of the robots are now are very very helpful to us, especially like in this scenario, sent to the dangerous environment as the or the war zones. So let's proceed. The robots do not require to sleep or take breaks. To take breaks, break, sorry, break. They're able to function without stopping when employed to carry out dangerous tasks. The risk to the human health safety is reduced. They can work long time without service or maintenance. They can be more productive than the people. So as long as they have power, they can work, they can maintain, and they can serve. So let's proceed. So the disadvantages of the robot. The robots needs a supply of power. So as we said, if the robot has the power, they can work, they can do whatever they want. So if the robot begin to replace the humans in the and it's another disadvantages, the if the robots begin to replace the humans in the every field, they will lead to unemployment. So many of the people won't work now because robots are the one who replace them. So many people are unemployment. See, the robots can store large amount of data, but the storage access retrieval is not as effective as the human brain. They can perform the repetitive tasks for long, but they do not get better with experience, such as the humans do. So, experience. So humans will do more as they gain experience, but the robot they can do, but according to the storage or the program they have. So let's proceed. The robots are not able to act in any different from what they are programmed to do. With the heavy application of robots, the humans may become overly dependent on the machines. So, as we build a robot, humans are now dependent to the robot they made. So they are like lazy like that. They don't want to work because there's a robot who will work. So let's proceed. So the future trends of robotics. So adoption of industrial Internet of Things or IoT technology, robots will increasingly deploy smart sensors at the edge of the production to collect data previously inaccessible to manufacturers. This trend is currently underway and will lead to new levels of productivity and efficiency. So mass, so it must more production of the product and more efficiency, so more accurate. So next, industrial cybersecurity as a priority. So robots become more connected to internal systems for data collection. Cybersecurity risks increase. Manufacturers will be forced to address vulnerabilities in their processes and invest heavily in cybersecurity to ensure safe, reliable production. So robots are now made for cybersecurity, made for the safety of the people. So next, big data analysis become a competitive differentiator. The robots will become a key source of information on the factory floor. So they will become the collection of data. So they will become the one who will give us information. Open automation architectures will be implemented. So as robotic automation gains widespread adoption, the need for open automation architecture grows. So many architecture will build because of the robots implementation. Large industry players will work with industrial organizations to produce standards and open documentation that make robotic integration easier while improving product compatibility. So let's proceed. Collaborative robots will continue to grow in popularity. So as we know today currently, we know that robots are now, especially in Japan, robots are being made more advanced than the US. So they have a robot that can talk like that. So let's proceed. So just read there and let's proceed. So that's it. All what is all robotics about. So I hope you understand what is all robot. It's just the simple or easy to understand. So that's all. Thank you. Bye bye.